I would say my favorite memory is when at the very end everybody was singing and dancing and the audience was up and dancing and you could just from the stage see everyone smiling and that they were having a good time, and it was really fun.
Just the overall concert was awesome because just everybody was having fun. You could tell that everyone was having fun, and it wasn't just like a band concert or a choir concert. It was just kind of like everything mixed together in one. Just awesome concert.
My favorite was when we all sang Sold Out, because everyone got into it. It wasn't like one of those songs that we're all, okay, we have to sing this, let's sing it, fun song. But like, it was really, everyone got into it. We're all excited to sing it. The audience liked it, and they enjoyed it.
He was just a really nice guy and was able to work with kids really, really well. And it was just amazing how he kind of made everyone feel like they were great and they were the best they could be and they were doing amazing at all the music they were trying to do. And that just kind of made me feel like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can sing really well, or I can play my instrument really well. And he was just very helpful in that area.
Because I remember when the band kids also had to sing, they were all like, oh my gosh, I can't sing. But he got everyone to sing, and everyone was happy and singing and having fun.
And he was encouraging and he gave advice. Like when he helped me with my solo for the Motown hits, and like he helped me add some things that were like my style into it. And also I forgot the words when I was performing one time, and I just looked down like his bandmates and they're like, okay, keep going, like don't just stop. Like I froze for a moment, but then I started again. Like they're really encouraging.
I was a little nervous, and he told me to just be myself and don't think about any other things when I'm doing it. And when I was on stage that night, it was fun, and I wasn't nervous. And today I still remember that just to be myself is enough. And yeah.
My favorite part was at the end we did I Got a Feeling, and all the select choir people were just jumping up and down like, through the aisles and just running, and everyone was having a really fun time.
Hi, I'm Allison Thielen. I am the choir director here at Robbinsdale Middle School. And last year we had the privilege of having Bruce Henry come and work with our students for a week. I think one of my favorite memories from last year's residency was seeing the students' excitement and engagement. We had students who don't necessarily get to class on time, students who don't necessarily show up for our curricular concerts that we do, students whose parents don't necessarily show up for conferences get really excited about this project and really engaged. And that was really fun to see a different side of our students, and also to see that participation and attendance that doesn't necessarily happen all the time. In terms of the actual performance, we did a few really unique and fun things. One of the fun things that Mr. Henry did was a drum circle. So he taught the students a song that they could sing. He taught a number of different drum patterns, and seeing the students over the course of the week be able to put those together, start to make sense of the rhythms and start to really feel the music to the point that they could put on the performance at the end was really fun and exciting. Another highlight was working on the song We Shall Overcome. It started out as a solo project for one of our 8th graders who is in both orchestra and choir, and she had sung it a cappella for a project in choir, and I took that and arranged it for a string quartet. And so that performance kind of evolved from being a solo project to a string quartet performance, and finally the entire 8th grade choir singing along. And it was great because Mr. Henry was able to make real connections for the students between the words of the song, which they had memorized and they knew, but for them to understand the real true history behind that song and understand the meaning of it, I think was a really great learning experience. Another highlight of the residency was watching the students make interdisciplinary connections. It's something we talk a lot about, and I think something we all want to do, but to actually be able to have a week where the focus was truly on bringing history and music together in a real way. The students weren't reading about it in books, they were experiencing it, they were making music, they were creating, and they were able to make connections through Mr. Henry's leadership. And because he was able to work with students both in humanities classes and in band, orchestra, and choir, it made the experience really real and relevant, and I think the students will remember more from the experience because they were so engaged. It wasn't just book learning, it was real, live, relevant, and fun and exciting learning. I think it's a residency that we should try to do yearly. Seeing how excited our 8th graders were last year, and when I started to mention it to this year's class of 8th graders, there was an immediate, oh yeah, we remember seeing that guy, we remember him being around, remember our friends who were in 8th grade talking about him. We know that the excitement carried over, and to be able to capitalize on that and get the students really engaged and really excited for it to happen again would be great. I think, especially for some of our students of color, to have a really strong role model come and work with them was a really important experience. We have a very diverse school and not a very diverse staff. So this residency also provides an opportunity to bring in an expert in the field who is a person of color, and that's something that our students don't necessarily get without bringing artists in residence like Bruce to our school.